Hello, everybody. Oh my goodness, what a day. I have had, and Sophie has also had the most emotional morning. We were just talking about this. I truly believe in divine timing, and obviously, I was supposed to go live at 11 a.m. I woke up very called to do this today, very determined, in my flow, in my energy. And then, of course, sometimes the universe throws things in your path to test you, to throw you off your, I don't know what. Anyway, I had to navigate some stuff. I had to do some crying, some shifting, and then I thought, oh my God, I need to get Sophie on this call with me so that we can talk about this in a really beautiful astrological way. So I'm going to share, obviously, the reason why I've got you all here, and then we're going to have a beautiful chat about some stuff. So thank you all for obviously joining my little excited hype about something crazy that just went down personally for me. And I just felt really cool to share it in a kind of storytelling kind of way, because this is just what I love to do. And it's just been wild. So let me take it back. On Monday, I posted on Facebook and Instagram stories that I just got off the most incredible phone call. And it truly felt like a manifested situation into reality. And I was like, oh my God, like this is so divine. This is so manifested. I need to tell everyone about it because it truly backs what I really believe in and what have become a massive part of my values and my business, which is manifestation and law of attraction. So let me take you on a little journey. Let me tell you the story, guys. This time last year, like literally to the month, August of 2024, I had a soul realignment reading and it was incredible. It was from my amazing friend Helen, and I learned about my soul gifts and I did some clearing. But very quickly after that session, I fell in love with manifesting and law of attraction. And I kind of remember so profoundly, like being introduced to certain women that do it. So Roxy Nafusi and Manifestation Babe. And I was like, oh my God, I want to be like them when I grow up. And I had this sense of, that is what I want to be. That is what I want to do. I want to help people live the life of their dreams by understanding that the power is within us. You have everything you need to create the life of your dreams. And I just felt this calling, this passion, this excitement for it. But anyway, I must have pinned it subconsciously, and I navigated the year and I did loads of other spiritual stuff. I learned about my human design, my astrology, my birth chart, and I went through a bit of a journey evolving in my business and launching some things. And I found myself literally a year to that date embarking on a very new spiritual journey where I really am pulling in everything from my personal experiences from the last year into my business. But what happened on Monday night blew my mind, has literally just solidified all of this in a beautiful, magical way. And I'm on here to tell you guys what happened. So a couple of weekends ago, I think it was literally last Saturday actually, I was having a very rare downtime on a Saturday. The kids were playing, my husband was watching TV, and I was in the garden with a magazine. Let me tell you something, guys. I haven't read a magazine in years. And I used to collect Vogue. Like, I love magazines. But I literally have not made any time to read a magazine in years. And I was out in the garden and I was loving life. And I remember reading this magazine. It was a small business, like a small indie magazine, spiritual magazine. And I just remember reading it thinking, I want to write in a magazine. I want to have a column in a magazine. I was like, felt so confident that this is part of my journey, and I really want to be part of a movement, and I really want to be part of a beautiful community of spiritual women in business that have a magazine, and I want to write in it. And it's just such a, and you know, we have these moments all the time, don't we? We have these little dreams and these little thoughts and ideas, and that's that. But I just felt so sure that I am really good at writing. And all of a sudden I was like, I'm really good at writing. I love writing. I want to write in a magazine. That was that. And then Sophie, I guess, randomly throughout the week since would say things to me like, God, you're so good at writing. And I felt it and I believed it. And it was like, do you know what? I am quite good at writing. Like my mum used to tell me years ago, I used to have a blog. Remember blogs? Like original blogs when I was at uni. And I just used to write poems and stuff. And I've always been very fluffy with my wording. And obviously now most of the people that also do that, it's quite obvious it's ChatGPT. And I'm like, oh, I'm so proud that mine isn't. Like I genuinely write like this. Anyway, so this was obviously happening, right? This is what we do. We put things out into the universe and we send things out from our frequency, and that was obviously vibrating. But what happened on Monday is wild, guys. So I got a DM on Instagram from the chief executive of a global spiritual magazine inviting me on a Zoom to talk about having a feature. So having a double page spread or a front cover. And she sent me a voice note, and as most of you that know me, I love a voice note. It helps me really connect with people. I send them, so I felt so blessed that she sent me a voice note. So of course we had a chat and we booked a Zoom for the following day. So I had this Zoom with this lovely lady called Nicole in the US. She was based in California, and she told me about her magazine. Guys, this is a global spiritual magazine with 5 million readers, with a podcast, with a whole community. And she basically, somehow, guys, I wangled myself a columnist, but not only a columnist as a regular feature. She asked me to be the expert in law of attraction and manifestation. And honestly, that blew my mind. As we were talking, I found myself just saying, I want a column, I want a regular feature in your magazine, is that an option? And she was like screaming, because she said, like, I can't believe this is so divine. Literally yesterday, she released 2 spaces to have experts to have rolling features. So it continues every single magazine every month. And those 2 spaces got snapped up instantly. But she said, I feel like this is so aligned, this is so meant to be, that if you are really sure and you think you can write quick enough, she would literally tag me on, and I've got 2 weeks to make the deadline. Obviously I was like, yeah, absolutely, let's do this. And then there she was trying to pull my name together, and she was talking about the other experts and what their names were. And then they were all very, you know, soul aligned, empowering, inner stuff, like beautiful stuff, but quite similar to what I talk about. And then I just found myself saying, you know, can I be law of attraction manifestation? And she was just screaming, because she said, I've been so excited for this and I've been waiting for somebody to be the expert in that. And I just couldn't believe it. And I got a phone, I called Sophie and I said, I can't believe what's just happened. Like literally a year ago, I had this dream to be, you know, some sort of manifestation coach, some sort of mentor in manifesting, someone to teach people about this. And I guess I've been doing it subconsciously all year, woven into my work. But now I've officially managed to get myself the title of it in a huge community. Like, this is like a solidifying the thing. So she's introduced me already, and she's launching it this weekend, which is why I'm doing this, because I thought I need to tell you guys before some random post on my Instagram pops up and I'm some columnist. But I just felt really excited to tell you guys that this is the definition of a manifested reality. This is what I mean when I tell people that you are in control of your life and you can create these opportunities for you. If you have a goal, you have to work on it a little bit at a time every single day, because people are watching, the universe is listening, and you have to maintain that frequency. You have to maintain that belief. And this is what I love to teach. It is not about just having an idea and wanting a thing. It is about matching your vibrations, your inner emotions, and your thoughts with that thing that you're trying to call in. So because I had a lot of clearing recently, and I did a lot of limiting belief kind of extraction, let's call it, some intense therapy stuff, I clearly unlocked a bit of a people pleaser insecurity in me that I had been burying. And when that was gone, literally like 2 weeks ago, I felt different, and I felt a shift, and I felt more confident. So obviously when I got excited about this again, I really felt like I can do this now. I've spent all year working on myself, going through some really tough things to navigate in relationships, in business, personally, you know, really having to face my shadows and face the parts of me that I wanted to improve and change. And all of a sudden I found myself thinking, I'm capable of this, I'm good at this, I can do this, this is who I am. And because I put that out to the universe and I believed it with every essence of my being, it came in, it was ready. And that's how quick it happens if you do the work. So the reason why I've got Sophie on here is because, of course, as we were speaking about it, she just couldn't believe what was going on in my birth chart and what's been happening this week and what today symbolizes and what has just kicked off up in the sky and the planets. So I want to pass it over to Soph to just share a little bit about why today is so important.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's so many things that have just lined up this week in like either like the collective chart for all of us, or just there was so many things, weren't there, in your chart personally when we looked deep what was going on with the transits that meant that just fitted with, you know, that call on Monday and then everything that followed. But today is just super special because, and in particular, it's special for us millennials because it's to do with the outer planets. These are the ones that move much slower, so they're kind of generational. And what happens today is Uranus and Neptune, they go sextile. So they create an angle where they talk to each other. And last time that happened was in 1944, 1945, so the end of the war. So you've got to think of how many changes were happening, how they saw the world, technologies. There were so many advances in that time, and it's happening again now. And I think the most important thing is this is a collective spiritual awakening. It is, people are, as a collective, seeing things in a new light, wondering whether their beliefs that they currently have are true, are they outdated, and kind of looking for a new way to view things. And we just couldn't believe when we realised that this, people were going to be waking up. Women our age, are going to be like, there's got to be more to life than this. And just the fact that it happened at the same time as Danny is launching her mastermind, that is literally to help people who have that kind of, is there more out there, to help them from the very beginning to figure it all out. It is like the definition, we say it all the time, but of divine timing. But that in itself, divine timing, is what Uranus and Neptune sextile is about. So I just love it.
We have honestly been so excited this week. We've both been dealing with a lot of emotions this week. It's been crazy. But amongst it, we have been so excited and we have been so focused that everything happens for a reason, and every single shitstorm and thing that you need to navigate, it always creates a domino effect, and opportunities come because of what direction it takes you on. And I just could not believe the synchronicities of the things that I've navigated in the last week. And even things like, for example, my retreat date needed to move by a month because my photographer's husband's grandmother's funeral ended up being on that day. So of course that was a no-brainer, right? We're moving it. And then all of a sudden that allowed me an extra month to navigate some massive things that essentially changed the entire way the mastermind is going to roll out. But that happened in the week where me and Sophie were having these conversations and things were happening. And honestly, it's just been wild. But as we've spoken about the mastermind, let me just explain to you guys. So obviously I wanted to bring you guys on this call so I could share my story about my own massive manifested experience, which isn't the first thing that's happened this year. I've been manifesting in little pockets quite a lot. And I've been like, oh my God, I literally called this in. For example, actually, the Cotswold, I will have to tell this story while we're here. So just before I launched my VIP days, which was a massive kind of shift in my business, it was really stepping into a whole different thing, right? I was having a chat with the universe, as I do, probably in the shower. Actually, yeah, it was in the shower. And I was like, right, bring
Always
me
in the shower.
I literally said to the universe, bring me the Cotswold woman. I want that glamorous, that high vibe, that established, that older woman in the Cotswolds who needs me, and she needs this. Bring me her. And guys, I shit you not, 2 days later, I was introduced to, and she's probably going to be watching this, Roanna, the sensational Roanna, who is a Cotswolds concierge, and she's the most glamorous woman I've ever met. And she was the first person to book my VIP day, and she has been a massive support and client of mine ever since. Like, little things like that is divine, and it is a manifested into reality experience. Like, it just is. Like, that was manifested because I called it in, I knew she was coming. And you can't get more to the point than that. The Cotswold woman, she's a Cotswold concierge. Like, literally,
her business is literally the Cotswolds. And and also
for me, sorry, just so because she lives in the Cotswolds and her job is to know the places in the Cotswolds. Obviously, my VIP days all need a luxury venue. So every single VIP day that I've done since, I've asked Roanna to open up a little black book for me and give me suggestions of where to take them. Had she not been my first VIP client, who knows where I would have taken all the clients that came after her.
Yeah. And what the thing that just, talking about these synchronicities and stuff, the fact that you literally manifested being the manifestation law of attraction columnist is just, it's crazy to me. Yeah. And the fact that you can use your experience in doing that to talk about how you got there, it just is how it's like a full circle. It's crazy,
because that's the thing, because the conversation me and this lady had about being in this column could have been about any part of my business. It could have been about branding or Instagram or my soul awakening. It could have been about any of the things, but I chose to assign myself law of attraction and manifestation because it was within me and it's been waiting there. It was been waiting for me to be ready, and it was waiting for the right person to come into my world who is so heart-led and genuine. Like, you know, when you just meet women and you know that they are pure, authentic, just kind women, her values and what she's created, and the fact that I can be a part of this magazine, which is literally, like, the tagline is about soul-aligned women. Like, it is, everything about this magazine is so divine for me. The fact that you can host courses, and the first thing I asked was, can I bring my community in there? And she was just like, oh my gosh, we have literally created communities within the community. And because she never wanted to monetize this magazine, it's free. So she makes it free for the readers. And that's why she has 5 million readers worldwide. Like, that is insane. And I've just been waiting for an opportunity, and I guess another platform, right? Because we all want visibility, and we all want to, we all want to reach more people. At the end of the day, we're all here to be successful in business, to help more people and to make more money. And I just want to help more people and reach them. And I've been feeling impatient recently. I'm like, how do I meet people? How do I get in front of people? And I'm quite good at my visibility, but I just felt this calling that I needed another platform. And obviously what she's created is a whole new social media account, like away from social media, because her thing is she wanted to give soul-aligned women in business another place to connect. So honestly, it's mind-blowing, but I'm so honored to be part of it, and I can't wait to obviously take everyone here on this journey with me, because there's a lot of you that struggle with Facebook and LinkedIn and Instagram, and if you want another place, this is it, and it's free, and I'm going to be there as my whole law of attraction manifest queen.
So good. I was like, I went on there obviously because Danny told me about it, and I was looking at there's like courses on there that you can do, but there's loads of live events as well, isn't there, that you can join, like at least one a week, and they're all just so a bit of us. But I think I wanted to go back to something you were saying earlier about a couple of times in the week I'd said to you, God, you're so good at writing, and I think that's something around manifestation being a feeling rather than just kind of I want to be this and then getting it. Obviously me having these nudges to say that to you, I don't know where they came from, because I you know, I had said it before but not for a long time. You know, and then you could really feel into that, and it's obviously, you know, in your frequency. So yeah, amazing.
You know what, that is like the modern day magic around manifestation, and I think that's what people have misunderstood in the past, that it's not just about the pretty vision board. Like, you have to match your frequency with your inner beliefs, your thought system. And that's why so many people will not manifest what it is that they want to call in, because there's misalignment, and it might be so deep rooted that they don't even know it's misaligned. They might be so focused on this thing, but they might want it for the wrong reasons. Like, it has to be for the greater good. It has to be for the collective. Like, I just personally believe, and obviously this is my personal experience, this might not be the right way, and everyone has their own personal perception, and this is what I love about the way I see the world, that everyone can have their own personal perceptions on things, and everyone has their own story to tell. So depending on what you've been through is how you will see stuff. But for me personally, I truly believe that we are here on this planet right now for a reason. We are here to help people. We are here to hold each other's hand and rise this next, Aquarian age. We're here to rise together. Sophie's going to cry again. We're here to rise. We're here to rise together. Like, I feel it so strong in my heart that all I want to do is help women be happy. All I want to do is help women understand that you are capable and you are worthy of so much good. And when women have money, good things happen. We give back. Look, she's crying. Honestly, guys, side note, this is why it's amazing for me to have such an amazing friend like Sophie, because sometimes we just need cheerleaders to back us when we're having these little waffles. And I've had a fair few shit friends in the past, so it's so special that Sophie is such a big part of this journey, because she is incredible, and by me helping her step into her power, we've been able to give to each other in this beautiful, organic, mutual exchange. Like, it's just so pure. But anyway, we have waffled. I'm really excited to talk about how you can learn to manifest the life of your dreams, how you can use my personal experience and what I have now learned to teach to propel you in your life, in your career, in your personal journey. Because this is the thing, and this is why again, divine intervention. The reason why I'm so obsessed with personal brand is because I like to support you, the human. It's not about your business, it's about you, the human, your personal development journey, your personal experiences, your personal happiness, your personal frequency. Like, it's about you, the soul, who gets to choose how they show up, who gets to choose what your business is, what your services are. You get to choose whether you completely change track and you launch a whole different business. You get to choose who you marry, who you date. You know, you get to choose your environment. And I just want to help women understand that this is down to you. And this is why the law of attraction work is so hard, because you have to confront your demons. You have to confront the shadow sides of you that keeps you still, keeps you safe, keeps you negative, keeps you in a dark space, keeps you in a negative frequency. Like, we all have so much work to do to understand what responsibility we have to hold in every single situation, every relationship, every conversation. How are you carrying yourself? How are you holding yourself? All of these things create the foundation that you need to manifest your dream life. Like, they just all go hand in hand. And I guess even though a year doesn't feel that long, 1 year was a hell of a journey for me. And I know through my, mentors and my coaches that I think fast and I move fast. And when I learn something, I'm done, I'm good, I've got it, I move. And I truly believe that, like, what a lot of people say about spirituality at the moment in this new wave is we are waking up so much faster and we are picking up on stuff so much quicker, that I know my journey had to happen this way so that I can share this with you, the collective women out there watching this, so that I can help you navigate this in the way that I have, because I know it's for you. I know you are capable of this. And I know this year has happened the way it's happened so that I can stand with conviction in my experiences and say, this happened because of this. I went through that because of this. And only going through that can I stand and support women with what I truly believe is going to be my life's work. Like this mastermind, which I might even call something different one day because it sounds too businessy and I'm not really a fan of corporate terminology. But this 6-month experience is truly going to unlock your personal power to manifest and live the life of your dreams. Like, it just will. That is just the way it works. So I'm just going to quickly fire through because I really, really want to sell this. Do you know what? Yeah, I want to sell this to you because this is what I teach my clients. We are here to sell. We are here to serve. I have got an opportunity to help you guys, so I'm doing it in my business. So I really want to sell this to you right now. Right. So the High Vibe Mastermind, the High Vibe Joy Mastermind launches at my retreat, of course, because that is the beautiful organic thing that I spontaneously launched this year. It is a day of me really standing in my identity as my heritage is Italian, as my background and my beliefs and my core. Everything about my essence is to allow people to indulge, right? I give you permission to indulge. That day is about mind, body, and soul. We connect as women. We have beautiful food, beautiful drinks. We increase our vibrations. It is about knowing you are worthy of that high vibe. Bring in your higher self and be her. So when you leave, you are fully activated in this high frequency. And then we spend 6 months maintaining it. So I am so thrilled that I'm working with the exact mentors that have supported me. So I have got Helen, who was my Akashic Records Soul Realignment coach, and she is incredible. I now have Sophie as the main astrology coach. And also, wait a minute, did we change the name? We have. What did we?
Psychologically informed astrology
Psychologically informed astrology coach. Because this is the thing, we are the human in this spiritual journey. We understand skepticism. We understand, that horrible derogatory term of woo-woo. We get it. You want to know this is science-backed. We want you to understand that this is backed by neuroscience and therapy. And Sophie is highly trained in everything that she delivers. And I've got amazing guest speakers from female psychologists. I've got a business coach because, of course, I want to support you guys with that aspect as well. So that's the retreat. What I'm really excited to tell you guys is how the 6-month integration will flow. So I have broken it down by month. So each month has a different theme. And within each month, Sophie is going to be hosting new moon rituals so that we can really tap into what's going on right? And we've got astrology forecasts happening every week. But the first month is about goal setting and dream building. So I invite you all to create a vision board, but it's not just any vision board. This is the vision board of what you want to achieve or who you want to become after that 6 months. So essentially the 6 months is for me to hold your hand and make sure you get shit done and you make that vision board happen. Like, that is my role in these 6 months. Whatever's on that vision board, we have to do all the work, all the inner stuff, all the outer stuff to bring that into your reality. So we start with that vision board, and we kick off with a workshop on the Akashic Records, which is what I say changed my life, because when I understood what my soul gifts were, and this is the thing, as humans, we need permission sometimes. We need someone to say, you're really good at that, before we can think it, before we can believe it. So when I was told this time last year that my divine gifts are communication and love, I was like, shit, no wonder people trust me, because I have divine love as my gift, which basically means I do everything heart-led, and I will do everything to support somebody with no judgment. It's kind of like unconditional love in everything that I do. Obviously, communication, I fell into social media and marketing, and I had to learn to present myself and public speak. This time a year ago, I didn't do any public speaking. I would never have organized or even attended a networking event. Like, the fact that I found that out and I was like, absolutely not, because she told me to speak on camera and to meet people in person, to do all this stuff. Absolutely not. But now it all makes sense. So Akashic Records is a huge part of it for you to understand who you are. So month 2, manifesting and the law of attraction. Of course, I'm going to be talking to you all about kind of what I've just been speaking about, but a little bit more intense, a little bit more direct. Exercise of the month, start to embody the law of attraction in everyday life, taking accountability of actions in your surroundings, talking about the let them theory. So that is what the first month is. The next month is about trusting your energy and relationships. So that is a tough one. That is a bit of storytelling, navigating relationships, navigating some real tough times, and really helping us see that we are a product of our past, our relationships, our trauma, any inner limiting belief stuff, all of that. Which is why it's incredible that Soph's obviously going to be a massive part of this, because by that point she'll be trained in root cause therapy, so she will be able to genuinely support you with these limiting beliefs and pull these traumatic times out from the root. So it's going to be so life-changing. Month 4, this is all on my website, by the way, everybody, so I will send this out to you after this, but month 4 is about your identity. So this is how you show up in the world, how you show up in like at an event, how you show up every day, what you wear. This is about your personal identity, including your clothing, your style, the way you speak, the way you behave. Like, it's your whole identity, and that's a massive one.
Which would be when we look at the first house as well in astrology, and what planets and signs they've got in there, because that's all about their identity as well. So
amazing. Really, honestly, the way it goes hand in hand is so beautiful. The next month is about main character higher self activation, but it's all about the divine feminine, which has been a huge part of my journey, really understanding how to channel your divine feminine energy, that compassion, that softness. And I am so excited that I've got an amazing guest expert coming into that month, who is an incredible tarot reader, and she's a tarot trainer. She's going to be hosting a workshop to talk through the divine archetypes. So it's the females in history. So divine mother, earth mother, high priestess. And I know this probably will go above your head, but at that point you're going to be so ready for this. And how we can lean into what we've learned and what these women represent in our previous, ancestral lines and stuff, and how we can bring that in to activate our higher selves and be the most divine feminine version of ourselves that we can be. Because I truly believe that when you combine divine feminine with divine masculine, it's a beautiful amalgamation of really understanding how to hold yourself, how to be that nurturing figure, how to hold that compassion, but also to have that strength. It's such a resilient power to bring in. So that's a lot about that one. And then obviously the final month is the integration, the legacy. Your final reflection will be going over all the things that have come up. The beautiful part about this mastermind is that we will be supporting you every single step of the way. So in a private WhatsApp group, and me and Soph love a conversation. We love a voice note. We are going to be holding your hand. We are going to be hosting monthly Zooms to connect, to discuss. Soundboarding is key. So the reason why I navigated through all these things that I've been through was because I would voice note my mentors every single day. Every time something happened, I have always been someone who's fascinated by psychology and behaviors, right? And understanding the logic behind why I felt like that, why I behaved like that, like what is the reason? And to be able to soundboard that and have the support from experts from all these different fields, like that is where the true shifts and the true transformations are going to come in. It's just going to be magic.
We'll have if they are willing to share their birth details, the birth chart as well.
Yes.
For each person. So or you know, at the beginning of the week I'll talk about what's happening collectively and
Okay.
where the planets
Children
are
have just
moving
got
to that
home.
week. But obviously they affect us all. They have a collective feel, but if you've got Neptune and Mars in a different house, it's going to have a different effect for you. So we'll have the personal birth charts there as well, so we can kind of, if you're having a bit of a wobbly day, maybe your, I don't know, your Mars is doing something a bit weird, or your Saturn's kicking off or something, but we'll be able to look at that and see.
Of course, my children are banging on the door, so look out for divine timing. That is just going to put me up. Hopefully, we've shared enough with you. Please send us any questions. I totally missed the point that at the beginning of this entire experience at the retreat, you will get your personal workbook, and that will have your divine soul gifts in it, and it will have your birth chart, and we will talk through your human design. So you will have your personal package. 1 minute. Oh my God. Guys, this is the raw, the real, the messy, the juggle. They are like an hour early, to be fair to Nana. Um, so yeah, it's going to be all about you. It's nothing to do with me. I'm here to hold space for you guys to unlock all of this about yourselves. So it's going to be pure magic. And I welcome you all to send me any questions, to ask anything. What I will say is I've tried to make this as affordable as possible because I truly wanted to keep this low ticket, but enough so that I can pay the incredible experts that I have included. So it's 270 a month for 6 months. So 270 quid for all of that, plus the support, the retreat, because you're going to get photos from Jodie, of course, and all of it that comes with it. I genuinely believe that you are going to have lifelong friends after this, because when you go through something like this together, like that is power in itself. So
Yeah.
we're going to love you and leave you, and I can't wait to speak to you all soon. Lots of love and bye, Sophie.
Bye.
Disney.